Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Otis Williams, born Otis Miles Jr. October 30, 1941, is an American tenor, baritone, singer. He is occasionally also a songwriter and a record producer. Williams is the founder and last surviving original member of the Motown vocal group, the Temptations, a group in which he continues to perform. He also owns the rights to the Temptations name. Williams was born Otis Miles Jr. in Texarkana, Texas, to Otis Miles and Hazel Lewis Williams. The couple separated shortly after their son's birth. While he was still a toddler, his mother married and moved to Detroit, Michigan, leaving the younger Otis Miles to be raised by both of his grandmothers in Texarkana. Hazel Williams moved her son to Detroit when he was 10 years old, where he lived with his mother and his stepfather. Becoming interested in music as a teenager, Otis Miles Jr. adopted his mother's maiden name for his stage name, and as Otis Williams put together a number of singing groups. These groups included Otis Williams and the Siberians and El Domingos and the Distance. In 1959, The Distance scored a local hit co-written by Williams and their manager-producer Joni Mae Matthews called Come On, with lead vocals by Richard Street. Later, Distant records were not as successful, and after an offer from Barry Gordy of Motown Records, Williams and his friends bandmates Al Bryant and Richard Street quit The Distance. Eddie Kendricks and Paul Williams from the Primes later joined Williams, Bryant, and Franklin to create the Algins, who signed to Motown in March 1961 as the Temptations after being told another group was already using that name. The Temptations became one of the most successful acts in soul music over the course of nearly 5 decades, during which singers such as David Ruffin, Dennis Edwards, former Distant Richard Street, Damon Harris, Ron Tyson, Oli Woodson, Theo Peoples, Ray Davis, and former singer G.C. Cameron have all been members. As a member of the Temptations, he sings both tenor and baritone vocals. The Temptations' biggest selling tracks include My Girl and I Know I'm Losing You, among many others. The groups have won 4 Grammy Awards and have been nominated for 9. Although he has served a long tenure in the Temptations, Williams rarely sings lead, focusing instead on his role as the group's leader and organizer and as the background baritone in the middle. Some examples are the Smokey Robinson and Eddie Kendricks written track Don't Send Me Away from the LP The Temptations with a Lot of Soul, 1967, and the intro on the early group song Check Yourself, 1961. Most notably, rare showcases for Williams singing lead are This Guy in Love with You from the 1968 album, Live at London's Talk of the Town, and Diana Ross and the Supremes joined the Temptations, and the Norman Whitfield pen tune I Ain't Got Nothing from 1972's All Directions. Williams has provided non-singing spoken word contributions to some Temptation songs, including I'm Gonna Make You Love Me, 1968, a hit duet with Diana Ross and Eddie Kendricks sharing the lead vocals. I'm the Exception to the Rule from the album Sky's the Limit, the Temptations album 1971, which features lead from both Eddie Kendrick and Dennis Edwards during the opening verse of Masterpiece 1973, and For Your Love, which is done in a medley with You Send Me, led by Oli Woodson on the For Lovers Only album 1995. The Temptations lineup changes were so frequent, stressful, and troublesome that Williams and Melvin Franklin promised each other they would never quit the group. Franklin would remain in the group until 1994, when he became physically incapable of continuing. Franklin died on February 23, 1995, leaving Otis Williams, then 53, as the last surviving original member of the quintet. Williams still remains in the Temptations as of 2023, has performed on every release by the band, including their most recent studio album, Temptation 60, released on January 28, 2022, which also included a collaboration with Motown artist Smokey Robinson. Williams is the co-author with Patricia Romanowski of Temptations, a 1988 book that served as both his autobiography and a history of the group. 10 years later, the book was adapted into an NBC television miniseries, The Temptations. Williams was portrayed by actor Charles Malik Whitfield. Williams married Josephine Rogers in 1961. The couple's son Otis Lamont Miles was born the same year. He and Josephine divorced in 1964. Otis Lamont Miles was a construction worker who died from falling off a building in a workplace accident in Detroit in 1985. Williams was engaged to Patti LaBelle. She ended the engagement when he asked her to quit music and became a housewife. Williams was married to Anne Kane from 1967 to 1973. Kane was Ike Turner and Tina Turner housekeeper. He married his third wife, Arleta Goldie Williams Nee Carter, in 1983. Arleta Williams' daughter, Ellen Carter, became 1994 Playboy Playmate of the Month for June 1994. In 1989, Otis Williams was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as the member of the Temptations. Williams received an honorary doctorate from Stillman College in May 2006. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.